But the fact that he didn't even say that, I didn't even suggest it because I knew my husband, that I was very sure that whatever was coming out of his mouth was, I could trust it, I could hold on to it. And that was why I didn't flinch to like ignore the navigator and follow his leading. Some time ago, my husband and I were driving together to a destination. When I mean driving together, we were not in the same car. It was in a different car. He was driving before me. I was driving right behind him. We were on the same road, headed to the same destination. I was using the navigator. I use navigator almost all the time, if not all the time. Google Maps to be precise. And Google Maps. Yeah, he called me. He called me on the phone. We were talking on the phone. Like, he called me on voice call. We were like communicating, not necessarily talking, but we were just there, present. We're just present in case there's an information we need to pass to each other. And then he told me that, babe, I'm on 2%. I was like, oh yeah, charge your phone now. You're in the car, just charge. And then he said the USB cord that charges his phone was in the car, was driving. So his phone was going to go off. And yeah, in case the phone goes off, and then so that I won't be worried, basically. I was like, oh, okay, so how would you get to the destination? And then he said, I will get there. I know the route to the destination. I don't need a navigator to get there. Mind you, I was using a navigator, right? I knew that telling him to drive behind me wouldn't have been a reliable solution to the problem, because anything could happen on the road. Of course, we could lose sight of each other. A car could come between us, traffic lights could stop one of us, and we could lose sight of each other on the highway. So it was not advisable. I knew that was not going to be a reliable solution. So yeah, when he said he knew the route to the destination, I just felt, okay, yeah, no problem then. Yeah, so we kept going. Shortly after then, I could not hear him anymore at the other end. I knew his phone had gone off. I just knew his phone had gone off. So yeah, I didn't bother to call back or anything. And then I was seeing him right in front. About 5 minutes after this happened, right, my navigator told me to make a right turn. I looked at my husband in front. I didn't see his trafficator going to the right. I didn't see there was no sign of him turning to the right. And then I'm like, okay, yeah, let me slow down a bit and see if he was going to turn to the right. He did not turn to the right. He kept going straight. And that was how I ignored the navigator, and I kept going straight. I kept following my husband. And to cut the long story short, we arrived at our destination with me following my husband. Fortunately for me, I didn't lose sight of him. Yeah, fortunately for me, I didn't lose sight of him. And we still got to our destination without me using the navigator to get to my destination. I just followed him. And then it taught me something. How much do we trust God when He says a thing? When God says, my child, the thoughts I have towards you are of good, not of evil, to give you an expected end. He has thought of peace towards you, to give you an expected end. Do we believe it? Do we trust Him blindly? Do we follow Him? Or we try to look for a plan B, and then we try to doubt and look for a navigator to get to a destination? I mean, I was quite like taken aback by how fast I could trust my husband over the navigator. Mind you, I know that my husband has eye for road. He has eyes for road. Like, my husband I could drive the same route. I could drive the same route 100 times and still use navigator each time. But my husband does need to drive a place like 1 or 2 times, and then he doesn't necessarily need navigator anymore. Yeah, he's very good with knowing route and all those things. Yeah, he's very good with that. And so yeah, 2 things made me trust him. Number 1, I had confidence in him. I trusted his judgment. Number 2, there's a track record that this guy, if he says this, he stands by his word. So if he doesn't know the road, I know my husband would have said, babe, I don't know road though. He's like, I'll be following you at the back. Come before, try to overtake me and all that. No, but the fact that he didn't even say that, I didn't even suggest it because I know my husband that no, I was very sure that whatever was coming out of his mouth was, I could trust it. I could hold on to it. And that was why I didn't flinch to like ignore the navigator and follow his leading. Now, there's a track record that God has been faithful. He has showed up for you all your life. He has rescued you even when you don't deserve it. He came to die for you when you were yet sinner. And then he's telling you, calm down, take it to your destination. And then you want to doubt. Isn't it too late to doubt? There's a track record that should have built our confidence in God that, yeah, we can put all our eggs in God's basket. We know that we would not miss. God stands by his word. Has he not said it? He has said it. So why are we doubting? The incident with my husband made me realize how much reliable God he is. Not just I believe my husband because he said it. How much do we believe God? Because God has said it. My husband said, I would get to the destination without a navigator. Don't worry, I know the road. And then I decided to follow. He didn't even say I should follow him. He didn't say I should follow him and ignore the navigator. I decided to ignore the navigator and follow him. So imagine if God is saying that, hey, I will take you to where you're going. Can we ignore the navigator, choose to follow? Choose to say that, oh no, I can follow God, I can trust his judgment. I know that he will definitely land me. He will definitely take me to my destination. It is enough that he said it. It is enough that God said it. He has said it. He will do it. And I want us to build that confidence to see God as a being to see God as reliable. Someone we can trust his word, someone we can hold on to his word, not just because we were taught to obey God or to trust God, but because we truly have confidence that this person can never mislead us, is reliable, has our best friend at heart, and they know the destination. And we don't even know it. So this person, they know it. He said, I will take you there. Don't worry. Unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we ask or think. Come on.
Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Don't lean on your own understanding. Submit in all your ways, and he will make your path straight.